This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here with our old pal, winemaker, António Maçanita, who's joining us all the way from Portugal. How are you today, sir?
Good. You, Jamie?
Great, thank you very much. I'm all the happier for having tasted through 4 of your different properties located all over Portugal. And today we're going to be focusing upon one of them, talking about the terroir, the soils, and the grapes in this wonderful property here, which is actually a new property of yours, a new project. I've never tasted these wines before.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what we have in front of us here.
So this is my latest adventure. So it started in COVID times. We had a little bit more time to think with a good friend, Anto that is from there, and to speak about these 2 wines. Actually, although it's all Madeira archipelago, it's 2 islands, so Madeira Island and Porto Santo Island.
Right.
So I'll start with Porto Santo Island because it's very unique. Think of Madeira Island just in population, 300,000 people, and Porto Santo Island, 3,000 people, so it's 100 times less. There are no mountains in Porto Santo, so because of that there is no rain. So they're very close, and Madeira is green, luscious. So if someone has seen images, because it has a lot of rain with humidity, it's fertile. Porto Santo, you can imagine more like a sensation of desertic, yellow. It's called the golden island. Just you can get an idea. So the rainfall is very low, so 340 millimeters to 380.
Oh, okay.
So it's drier than any other region in mainland Portugal. So the challenge here is that lack of rain, and to counterbalance that challenge, the island, because it's older than the others, it's 14 million years old, so it's an old island, has managed to pile aeolonites, so they are wind limestone soils.
Right.
And that go up to 30 meters deep of limestone.
And these are in very particular plots on the island, right?
And so it's kind of think of it, it's kind of 2 hills with a valley. So the valley was filled like a tunnel of wind.
Yeah.
So funny enough, because there is limestone, it's the only place where you can store water that can allow vineyards to survive. And
vineyards have been planted here historically, so you're going into and utilizing really quite old vineyards.
Yeah, so there's enough writings from 1580 saying that the entire vineyard is vineyards, or the beach plus the center. And so it's been always attached to the Madeira wine industry. Little by little it became less useful. So it was very important to kind of ripen, so to speak, the grapes of Madeira, but with fortification it became less and less important in the game. And so today we're reduced to 15 hectares, and there's 10 of this grape caracol and 5 of listral. But think of, so we're an island, almost no rain, limestone, vineyards are planted close to the floor, so be protected by strong winds. The grapes are from the Listral, Listan Blanc, Palomino family. So you have Listral and Caracol, pretty neutral in terms of aromatics, but it's grapes that really show where they come from. So here you're pure limestone. pHs of the soil are between 8.5 and 9, so very high pH for the vineyards. And what you feel with this wine, you really feel this place. So I've started 2020 was my first vintage, and we're really happy with what's coming also in the future, because we're mastering it little by little, the plots. So I've managed now to do 22 different vinifications from different plots of different people, and hopefully there will be more future for Porto abandoned vineyards.
Superb. And the red, I'm very charmed by lighter red styles, and this was really quite a delightful wine. So tell us a little bit about the Tinta Negra and the terroir that comes from.
So we're now back to Madeira Island, and in Madeira Island you're in pure lithos soils, so there's pure volcanic soils. They're acid soils, so the opposite in terms of
Yes.
what we were doing in Porto Santo. Very rich in potassium, and you're always going to get this saltiness in the palate. The method is latada, so it's the method that you can go under the vineyard, so it's kind of a pergola type of method of trellising.
Right.
Vineyards here on the 40 years old, and grape Tinta Negra. Tinta Negra is 80% of the grapes in Madeira, so it's normally used for Madeira wine, kind of to do the base of Madeira wine, so to speak, but harvested between 9 and 10 alcohol. That's enough for Madeira wine. And I wanted to give it a go on a red, because I've worked with this grape with another name, Saborinho in Azores.
Yes, yes.
And I had beautiful wine. This has good genetics, so it's a half sibling of Trousseau. And I wanted to give it a go, and we did it. And bit of a sandwich method, crushed whole bunch, crushed, long extractions, 40 days, and the result is really exciting.
Yes.
The nose is very original, very unique, and I think when I'm looking for terroir, I'm looking exactly for that, for something you smell, and I haven't had this, so I think there is that effect. Very light in color, because it's a grape that is very light in color, but beautiful texture, and let's not forget the acid, because there's beautiful freshness on this wine.
Absolutely delightful wine, both of them, but the red in particular I found so charming. Thank you very much for sharing them with us today and giving us a 101 on this new project of yours in Madeira.
Cool.